My parents were both overachievers. My father's name was Nick Piper. In his 20s, he found fame as a television presenter, travelling the world, meeting important people, and living the life of a high-profile celebrity. Well, in New Zealand anyway. He always claimed that his life changed for the better when he met my mother, Kelly, at a local rugby game. They married 3 years later and moved to Australia, where my mother continued to compete in the sport she first fell in love with when she was just 15 years of age. Sport aerobics was her pastime, her hobby, and her obsession. My name is Zach Piper. Instead of Mother Goose and Cinderella, I was put to bed at night with stories of high kicks, shushanovas, and compulsory push-ups. One of my favourite memories from my childhood was hearing stories from my parents' past. One such tale I never grew tired of hearing. It was my mother's favourite story. It was a simple tale of 3 friends who took on the toughest competition in the world and won. As I sit and write these memoirs, I can recall almost every detail. I even remember the pride in Mum's voice as she reminisced so often about the gold medal she won in Adelaide all those years ago. And I find it strange, on this day of all days, the 30th anniversary of that sporting triumph, that the story seems clearer now than it ever did before. Each morning brought a new day, but hardly a fresh start when it's 5:30 in the morning.
We're on our way to training.
You who?
Karen doesn't know where to
Where do
go.
we go?
Straight.
Where?
We're going to Fitness First.
I know, but which way?
No.
Oh well, we're going this way.
The girls are only 6 weeks away from their competition.
Alright, come on. We're going to attempt a full routine. It's going to hurt, but we'll usually use bribery to get Jackie through it. If we do one, she doesn't have to do another one. It's the only way that it works.
I'm all about mental preparation.
Every time we're training, we're really, really knackered, so it doesn't give us any hope or there's no light at the end of the tunnel at the moment that we're going to get our routine any easier, but it will come, it'll come.
For the newest member of the team, the training regime has been a bit of a shock to the system.
Go ever since. I've never ever trained as hard as I have in the last, since November, than I have ever in my life. Running the routine is like sprinting your heart out for 2 minutes, throwing in some push-ups, kicks, jumps, smiling and pretending you're enjoying it the whole time.
7 weeks and it will all be over.
6.
Out of the 3 of us, Karen's probably the most carefree. She's really laid back and happy just to plod along and just do her thing. She trains really, really hard and she's got a knee injury at the moment and that's sort of held her back from training for the last 4 or 5 weeks. So getting a bit frustrated and yeah, I know in the end she'll pull through and we've got nothing to worry about, but she's getting a bit sort of, I think, tense about the whole thing because it's getting close to the date now.
Why are you angry?
Karen's got a sore knee, she's supposed to be resting and she's not even looking after it because she obviously doesn't care. Because she's just walked up the stairs instead of standing at the escalator.
After almost 9 months together as a team, and never an unkind word between them, tension surrounding Karen's injury was slowly starting to build.
Kazza was having some problems with her knees, and I don't know if she was letting on to us how serious it was, and we were starting to panic because we'd all worked so hard and we didn't know if we'd be able to get here because her knee was sounding pretty bad, and Kel and I weren't sure if she was doing the right thing by it, and it kind of all came to a head one morning and we had a bit of a yelling match. But, you know, we got on from that, just won, that was all we had. I go, okay, cool, we need to listen to what he says, blah, 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 blah. I go, please don't take this the wrong way. I go, I'm not being horrible, but you sulking around like you were training last night isn't going to fix anything. I go, you train hard, you'll be fine. You've got all of the skills down pat. As soon as you're allowed to go back and do it, you'll be fine. You train so hard. I go, so stop stressing, stop panicking, and stop sulking.
Last year it was a hamstring injury. This year it was, Karen would thought she'd run a full routine probably 3 months before the competition. Kelly was off in Queensland and I ran a full and heard my knee go pop, and that was pretty much the end of that. And so Karen, being me, took things probably a little bit too quick and started to run on it and got busted.